What do women want? It's a question that's bamboozled men for decades. In years gone by, the idea of a woman telling you how she would like you to dress or behave would have seemed far, far too easy to be true. But today, women are actually making videos on the internet telling you exactly what they like and what they don't like. You might have come across this term, the ick, but if you've either been living under a rock or you're happily married, let me briefly explain what the ick is. The ick is a sudden feeling of unattraction or a sudden loss of attraction that's normally triggered by something relatively small that a man does. And often these things that cause the ick can be related to his appearance and his style. So in today's video, I'm going to go over several common icks and help you avoid them. Hello, my name is James, and I'm on a mission to create a generation of gentlemen. The first thing that gives many women the ick is, well, many different types of hats. When doing my research for this video, hats came up more than almost any other item of clothing. I know many of you gentlemen who appreciate classic style love to wear a hat such as a fedora or trilby, but I'm sad to report that these hats were most commonly mentioned as giving women the ick. I think the fedora has really got a bad name as a result of the whole neckbeard meme and movement. So many women now just associate any kind of classic hat with that type of guy, and I'm sure you can understand why that's quite unattractive. As one female friend told me, if you literally look and carry yourself like Don Draper, then maybe you can pull off a fedora, but for the majority of men, it's really not a wise style move. Two other styles of hat that commonly give women the ick are the beanie hat and the bucket hat. Both of these are styles that have become more popular in recent years. I would say both are somewhat associated with youth culture, with skaters, with indie kids. So to wear one of these as an adult man, it makes you look immature, so I would completely avoid these. Interestingly, I didn't see any women mention the baseball cap as giving them the ick. I know that I often tell men not to keep wearing baseball caps. I'm sure many of you are against baseball caps, but as far as women goes, I think as long as you don't wear one all of the time, they're a fairly safe bet for your casual outfits. When it comes to denim, few things give women the ick more than skinny jeans. Now personally, I was surprised to see this one come up time and time again. I even put a poll on my Instagram story asking for responses from my female followers, and so many of them responded saying that skinny jeans gave them the ick. And it's even worse, apparently, if these skinny jeans also have distressing features like rips and fades. Now, skinny jeans really are not having their moment right now. In years gone by, when I was growing up as a teenager, with the indie bands, with the emo scene, skinny jeans were all the rage, and I remember teenage girls actively liking them. But then again, I was 12 and 13 and playing guitar in the school band. These days, however, for an adult man, skinny jeans are just not the most flattering look. Whether you have skinny legs or big legs, nobody wants to see you wearing the male equivalent of tights. Now, baggy jeans are currently in fashion, but I would say that you also don't want to go to that end of the extreme either. Instead, stick with a classic slim cut, either something like a pair of Levi's 501s or a classic Wrangler cowboy cut. There are many mistakes with your socks that you can make which will give women the ick. First up, we have wearing ankle socks. Just these little socks alone are enough to turn many women off. There's something about the kind of daintiness of them. They're not quite a real sock, but they're not a no-show sock or no socks either. It seems quite feminine, and it's just very unappealing to most women. So the solution is to either wear a pair of white crew socks with your sneakers, or to simply go for the no-show socks. Another thing that gives women the ick with socks is wearing black socks with white sneakers. Gentlemen, this is just common sense. That clash of colors really doesn't look good. It makes you look like you're in school and you still haven't learned to dress yourself properly, and you simply picked up the first pair of socks that your mother had placed in your drawer. I've spoken many times on this channel about the problems with wearing lots of designer logos. It looks flashy, it looks gauche, it just screams of insecurity and the lack of taste. However, I was surprised to see that many women also dislike the wearing of more everyday types of logos, such as Levi's or Patagonia. Now, these brands are not necessarily status symbols, people don't wear them to show off, but take the example of a plain t-shirt. As some women point out, why would you wear a plain white t-shirt with Levi's written all over it or Patagonia all over it, rather than just a plain, simple white t-shirt? And although these aren't necessarily premium brands, you're still paying a premium price for these logo pieces. Instead, it's much better to pick up a plain white t-shirt from a place like H&M, Zara, or if you prefer a fitted t-shirt, a place like True Classic. This isn't a video about things that give men the ick, but I can tell you that personally, a big turn-off for me is when a woman loves designer clothes, and if she's wearing a plain white t-shirt with Gucci, Chanel, any other brand, for me, I just think, why wouldn't you wear a plain white t-shirt instead? Why do you feel the need to have this logo on you? And it applies equally, whether it's Gucci, Old Navy, Levi's, anything, Calvin Klein. Just wear a plain t-shirt, a plain garment where possible. Now I want to move on to a couple of icks that I thought were a little more obscure and unexpected. So maybe you'll be curious to hear these. One of them was wearing a golf polo shirt not on the golf course. So today, there are many polo shirts made specifically to play golf in, and they are made from these athleisure performance fabrics. They have a different feel to them, they have quite a different look to them. So one lady gave the example of if a man is wearing one of these types of polos with his jeans, the clash of the fabrics just really doesn't work. And I can totally see that. So if you like to play golf in these kinds of clothes, that's absolutely fine. However, when you're not on the course, don't wear these athleisure pieces with jeans, with dress chinos, for example. Although, of course, you could also just play golf wearing a regular type of polo shirt and just wear a regular type of polo shirt off the course with your jeans and chinos. Golf style is something that I would love to explore in the future. I'm sure many of you gentlemen play golf, and I think that sport really has its links with style. Sadly, these links have been a bit disconnected in recent years, and I think the way many men dress on the course is borderline inappropriate and certainly not very stylish. But perhaps next spring and summer, as we re-enter the golf season for many of us, then I can do a video talking all about what to wear on the golf course. Shorts season has come to an end where I live, but if you live in a place where it's a hot climate and you're thinking about wearing shorts in the winter, then these two styles of shorts really give women the ick. Jean shorts and plaid shorts. Both of these styles have just become incredibly dated and fallen out of fashion. Yes, in the 2000s, men were wearing jean shorts all the time. The same goes for those plaid madras shorts. I think they remind some women of a more immature time in their lives and many immature men they met during those times. So it's really simple. You just want to wear a pair of chino shorts instead of those jean shorts and plaid shorts, and no woman is going to have any problem with that. Plaid shorts in particular, they make you look like you're in a fraternity in 2005 and you're inviting her to a beer cake party. A style mistake that very understandably gives women the ick is when you don't wear a belt and you bend over and your butt crack starts to show. Obviously, nobody wants to see this side of the moon, and it's really easy to avoid this problem. I even see men wearing a belt, yet they haven't adjusted it properly, and their trousers start falling down their ass. Another way that you can actually avoid this problem altogether is by mostly wearing shirts that you tuck in, so that way nothing is going to be exposed. Even if you wear a plaid shirt into your jeans and a nice belt, you can tuck that in. It's going to create a more flattering silhouette anyway. Nobody will be subjected to seeing anything they don't want to see. There are many different styles of underwear that can be a huge turn-off for women. And if you've already got to the point where she sees your underwear, it really would be a shame to let yourself down in this department. Some styles that really give women the ick include Y-fronts, tighty whities, and baggy boxer shorts. It's almost universally agreed on by women that boxer briefs are the preferred style, particularly if they are plain, well-fitted, and in a simple color like black, navy, or gray. Finally, I'll end this video with an ick that personally I don't fully understand, but I see women say this all the time. It's when men use a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Now, I'll be completely honest with you, gentlemen. I would say I have pretty good hair. Never ever condition my hair. I don't like the way it looks when it's conditioned. It's too soft, it's too fine, it's too silky. I like a bit of hair with texture to it, something that I can run my fingers through, run my comb through. But anyway, that's why I don't have a 2-in-1 shampoo, I just have a shampoo. Maybe that's even worse. For many men, a conditioner is a good move, and if you're going to use one, then have a separate bottle for your shampoo and a separate bottle for your conditioner. Gentlemen, if you would like some more help navigating the rather choppy waters of men's style, then I really think you would appreciate joining the free community that I have made for all of us. Not only are you going to be able to connect with a group of like-minded peers, but you can also take advantage of a free 2-hour video course that I have made called the Gentleman Method. This is a self-improvement protocol, which I created with the ideas of gentlemanliness, tradition, and self-respect in mind. I didn't see any other blueprint for becoming a gentleman. So particularly if you're a young man, particularly if you're at the start of your journey, this is really going to help you. And it's completely free. So the link will be down below to take advantage of this. And I hope to see you guys in the next video very soon.